the race for luxury spaceflight. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. This year has proved to be a breakout year for space travel as the race for space is heating up. The Amazon founder decided to give it a go and set a precedent for other ultra-rich people to follow suit. There is no doubt that the space game can only involve the filthy rich population as of now. Private trips to space will still take years to commercialize and be affordable for even the richer section of society. The question remains whether the cost-to-satisfaction ratio is justifiable, since space travel as of now is an extremely expensive venture that only a select few can afford. Even if one can afford it, the question remains whether that money can instead be spent on something more fruitful on the planet, which is raging with global issues such as world hunger, climate change, vaccination against COVID, etc. The general opinion of the public suggests that this venture is simply a disgusting display of wealth and not justifiable at all. The trip up in space has no scientific value at all and is only meant as a recreational activity. The race to space. The world watched as the rich scurried to be the first to travel to space on their funding. Sir Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos were the two frontrunners, and the former beat the richest man on the planet by traveling 50 miles above the surface of the Earth and becoming the first person to privately fly in space. Branson took flight at an age of 71 on his very own Virgin Galactic spacecraft. Jeff Bezos wasn't too far behind, as he too took flight a few months later and traveled 67 miles above the sea level and raised further controversy. Bezos was joined by a fellow lucky tourist who paid $28 million for the ticket. There was an auction held amongst 500 such aspirants, and the head of an investment banker sent his young son to become the youngest person to ever go into space. Jeff Bezos creating history. Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, took it upon himself to be the first person to take flight into space on his own accord. The second richest person on the planet went to space in a rocket made by his company called Blue Origin. The journey in space lasted a whole of 4 minutes and reportedly cost Jeff Bezos a whopping $5.5 billion, that amount being less than 1% of what he is worth. The public didn't take this lightly, as there was a massive backlash. That amount could have been used to solve a bunch of global-level issues like hunger and poverty. On the other hand, the public argued that he has earned that money and it is justified, however he chooses to spend it. Jeff Bezos released a statement saying that all the Amazon employees and customers were the ones who paid for the space trip, which further didn't gel well with the public. This exchange gave rise to further outcry regarding other problems regarding the treatment and welfare of Amazon employees. The exorbitant spending was not taken well by the world. Commercial tickets for public. Since the precedent of private space tourism has been set, companies are now building their spaceships to open up a commercial line for the public to experience space themselves. There is no doubt, though, that this venture will cost a pretty penny to whoever chooses to experience it. Elon Musk is expected to act on this soon, as his company SpaceX is considered one of the top leaders in the private space market. Musk is also known for his views and priorities to make humans an interplanetary race. But this speculation could not have come at a worse time, as our planet rages with a full-blown pandemic, completely disrupting our daily lives. The death toll from the virus is just one big worry. The United Nations has also warned of impending famines across poor countries as the economy and trades were at a standstill. Space Perspective is now the world's first luxury spaceflight experience company, which has already started booking space travels for private individuals looking to fly to space by as early as 2024. That's right, 2024 is the year given by the company for private ventures to be launched, and the best part is that they have already sold out 475 seats for the whole year and are now booking for the year 2025. As the gap between the rich and poor increases, there is no doubt that this will only be affordable by the top cherry. Should space travel be taxable? This was the question raised by Earl Blumenauer, a member of the Tax Writing Ways and Means Committee. He argued that after all, plane tickets and train travel is taxed, so why not space travel? The question is arguably sound and logical, but who will enforce it? What does the future hold? Space travel is a certain reality now, and regardless of the backlash and the opportunity cost of private tickets to space, this venture will not be halted as companies have already started preparing their space shuttles for private launches. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing video from us.